Hey, so by now you've probably, hopefully, had a chance to take a look at Advocacy, the Parent's Journey. This is my brand new course and one that has been a long time in the making, just coming from a lot of personal experience. I understand the frustration, I know the struggles, and I don't want you to have to go through any of that, if at all possible, or to at least help alleviate the process and make it somewhat easier. So in case you don't already know, I'm Corey, and I'm the founder of Corey at Home and the creator of Advocacy, the Parent's Journey. So what this course is meant to do, it's supposed to be your step-by-step framework to help you go from an IEP or IFSP meeting attendee to becoming an active participant who's ready to really contribute to the meetings, and then finally taking that next step to becoming a confident advocate that your child really needs you to become. So the purpose of this recorded webinar is to give you more of a walkthrough and explanation of exactly what you're going to get in the course. So the walkthrough that you're going to get is from the back end of the course, because I have not created a student account for myself. I didn't want to inflate the numbers. So if you will bear with me, tech is not always my strong point, even though I am an online entrepreneur. So first, I'm going to see, here's my screen. Please just ignore this right here. Hopefully it won't interfere too much. So first things first, we're going to go into the products. I'm going to scroll down until I get into Advocacy, the Parent's Journey. And I'm going to hit preview. Wait for it to load. So here we are. This is Advocacy, the Parent's Journey. And the full version that you purchase, the way I have this set up is that it is a progressive course, so you do need to complete lessons in order. But because this is in preview mode from my admin account, it's going to show everything. So this is the front page. So what you see outlined outside of it. And now we're going to go into View Product. So this is what you would see when you first click into the course. I have not put in my welcome video just yet. I have not written a lot of it just yet. And as you'll see in here, as of right now, I don't have all of my lesson videos. I have most of them recorded. I think I have most of them uploaded. I just need to get them over to this platform. So the first introductory module is just that. It's an introduction to the course. And then it goes into Module 1, which is the Journey to Advocacy. In Module 3 is Becoming an Advocate. This is, I think, all lessons that have been created are in this module so far. And it looks like I need to update that as well, because it does say 9 lessons here, which is the correct number. Next is the early years, so that's your early intervention into the IFSP, and then transitioning from IFSP into IEP. Next is the big IEP process between actually the early years, which is the IFSP and early intervention, and then IEP process. Those are two of the biggest modules in terms of lesson length and lesson number. So I think what I might end up doing eventually as well is offering either the early years and the IEP process as their own little separate mini bundle, or packaging them together with the autism and the IEP, or the early years and preschool special education. I have not quite yet decided yet. It's really going to depend. So after the IEP process is Advocacy, the Parent's Journey. That's the name of the course. Next is Your Rights as a Parent. I still have not yet uploaded these modules. I think I was still recording a couple of things, which is why I had not uploaded them yet. Next is your advocacy story, and then self-advocacy in your child, and then the transition to adulthood. I just finished recording those, so I need to upload them to the platform. Like I said, there are quite a few that I still need to put on the platform itself. And the reason that transition to adulthood is not quite as long as the other modules is because I cover quite a bit of material or plan to cover quite a bit of material in my Parenting Tweens and Teens on the Autism Spectrum course, and also in my Transition to Adulthood course. So there's quite a bit of overlap, but because of that, for parents who are purchasing Advocacy, the Parent's Journey, I'm going to give you like a special opportunity to unlock the Parenting Tweens and Teens and the Transition to Adulthood courses at a much lower price, because I recognize that there is quite a bit of cross content, and I don't feel that you should be paying that full price for something if you've already purchased some of the content already. So I'm going to work all of that out. It's going to depend again on how many modules and lessons the Parenting Tweens and Teens course and the Transition to Adulthood course end up being. Anyway, so moving on. After the Transition to Adulthood, we wrap it up. And then we get into the special bonus modules. The first bonus module is Autism and the IEP. And the special bonus modules unlock, I believe, after you have completed a certain number of lessons. I would have to check into the settings. But yes, so the bonus modules are Autism and the IEP, and then the Preschool Special Education Journey. And there's an additional bonus module on the Special Education Advisory Council. I have not yet recorded those videos yet. I'm still finalizing the number of lessons that are going to be going into these bonus modules. So my overall lesson count is not quite complete. And as I believe I had stated on the sales page for this, this is an ever-growing and evolving course. So I'm never going to put like a final lesson cap. And then, future modules will just be added as they are needed. So there you have it. That's the overview of the course. And if you watched the free video series, or you have signed up for the free video series, which I can show you that as well, I want to just show you inside one of the modules. So we're going to go into Becoming an Advocate, which is Module 2. And each of the modules opens up very similarly. You will get the introduction video right here, which covers everything that's going to be in the particular course module. And then underneath it is your lesson plan, or your lesson listing, I'm sorry. And then on the side, you also see how many lessons are in here. Yes, so I did not put in, I need to update this one so that I have listed in here Lesson 9, which is your relationship with the school district, because I uploaded it here, but it's not listed on here. I believe it is in the video, though. So one of the sample lessons that's part of the free mini course, and that was also part of the pre-launch email series, was what it means to be an advocate. So this is how the lesson looks. Your video, and I don't think all of my lessons, all of the lessons have a video, and it's a recorded PowerPoint, so eventually I will have downloads of those PowerPoint slides for you, so you can print them out and take notes as you need. And some of them have quiz questions. So this is just asking, what does being an advocate mean to you? And then, so there's your video. there's your homework or your quiz. And then once I actually have the downloads in there, you'll also be able to access the lesson downloads. So most of the individual lessons, or no, all of the modules will have their own PowerPoint. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload them at the module level or if I'm going to upload them at the lesson level. I think I have to upload them at the module level until I can split them out. No, I will have an upload for the individual lessons, not modules, I'm sorry, because it makes more sense to me to offer them by lesson than it does by module. And then there are certain lessons that will have additional worksheets and other downloads and resources. So for example, in the early years, one of the planned handouts or downloads for that is translating your needs into services worksheet. And then in the IEP process, one of the planned worksheets for that unit, or for that module, and I forget the exact lesson, but is an IEP planning worksheet. So each of these modules are going to have their own set of special downloads, in addition to each lesson having a PDF copy of the video slides. So not only will you have the video, but you'll also have the PDF copy of my slides, so that way you can take notes for whatever you need. So that is the back end of Advocacy, the Parent's Journey. Let's get back. Let's see where we are. So this is the back end of my membership site as well. Well, not my whole membership site, but this is where I'm also hosting my membership site, the Overwhelmed Mom Club. So let's see here. If I wanted to be able to see, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. So let me see if I can get back. Okay, so now you should see me again. And again, the purpose of this recorded webinar was just to give you guys a peek inside the course and to show you exactly, or at least close to, what you're going to be getting. Because I can't tell you how many times I've signed up for a course and what I saw advertised on the outside was completely different from what I was getting inside. I've kind of made it my own mission and my own purpose to not do that with my own business. And especially with the courses like this, and this is going to apply to some of the other courses that I am developing, and with courses like this that are stemming from such a personal need and from such a personal struggle, that not only that I've faced, but that you have faced. Because let's face it, this IEP planning process and the world of special education, it can be like pretty confusing, and if you're just starting in the special education process, it can be pretty intimidating. So my biggest hope with this course is that everyone who ends up taking it and completing it will walk away feeling empowered and confident and feeling equipped to really take the next step in advocating for their child, or for even teaching their child how to advocate for themselves. Because that's not something that I can entirely do with my daughter. My daughter more than likely will never be able to be her own self-advocate. She's nonverbal. She's, as they would have said before the DSM-5 changes, she is on the severe end of the autism spectrum. So she is what used to be called classic autism. And like I said, she's also nonverbal, non-speaking. She does make some noises, she vocalizes, but she doesn't have vocabulary. So she uses a communication device at school, she uses PECs, sometimes at home, and she also uses some sign language. So that's our communication with her, which is another course that's coming out in the future. It's all about communicating and setting up schedules and routines and communication in different settings and helping others accommodate for your child. So that's another course coming out soon. But I don't want to talk too much about my other courses because the point of the recorded webinar that you're watching right now is not to talk about the other courses. It's to talk about advocacy, the parent's journey. So that was why I wanted to come on camera and show you the behind the scenes look, show you exactly or close to exactly what's in the modules, because again, this course I don't think it's ever going to be 100% complete. I think there's always going to be something that needs to be added or that can be improved upon, and with your help as a student, I hope to do that. I want to shape this course so that it makes a meaningful impact for every student who takes it. And whether that means making this, finding like that extensive state-by-state resource library, or putting in the recommended state agencies, whether that's inside the actual course or inside the private Facebook group, remains to be seen. But that is my overall vision for this course. It's to not just create a course that helps parents in this process, but that helps the overall community as a whole. Because I believe that we can all learn from each other and we all have so much to offer. And just because I'm at this particular stage of my journey does not mean that I can't be a resource, or that, later on when you're at a different stage in your journey that you can't be a resource to someone else. So maybe one of the other things that we'll have later on are peer mentors for alumni, student alumni of the course, who might be interested in becoming that, a parent mentor, so to speak, for another student. So, but I don't know. That might be something we need. It might be something that we don't need. I want to let the students of this course help me decide the path and the direction that it's going to take. So now that you've had the opportunity to look inside the course, to take a look behind the scenes, and to really see how the course is laid out, how the course is set up, obviously without knowing what all my downloads are, but at least knowing, how everything is laid out and how everything is structured, I hope that you will take that next step, and that I will see you on the inside of advocacy, the parent's journey. I hope you guys have an amazing day and an amazing rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.